Is day 5 of March Madness, and today's Magic Circle Mini workout is inspired by probably one of my favorite exercises of all time, rolling back, or often called rolling like a ball. So grab your magic circle and let's get started. We're going to start seated today with our legs bent, and you're going to carefully position your magic circle. I like mine a little bit above my knees, on my inner thighs, on my inner leg there. And then what I want you to do with your hands is hands somewhere behind your legs. I want us to find, I'm going to call it our lifted C curve. So lift first, get nice and tall, and then a gentle little nod of chin toward chest. Abs pull in. You're going to feel like you're doing a little pelvic tuck and you're curling back just a little for me. Just a little, right? And then we're going to hold here. We're going to warm up our inner thighs a little bit. We're going to do a little squeeze and release. Definitely take a breath on each one. Holding this spine position as you squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. You decide how much you want to squeeze in. Feel the work, of course. Squeeze and release. Okay, now can we curl? Don't sink, but curl by pulling your abs in and roll back just a little further. Keep your arms a little bit bent still. Shoulder blades anchored. Let's do another little set of these guys. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. Keep your stomach muscles pulled in and keep in that nice rounded shape with your back. Squeeze, release. We're doing one more. And then I want us to see, could we go like kind of our full range where it almost feels like you're hanging off your legs, but in a very lifted way. No, look, hanging out. And then we squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Inner thighs, of course, working. Squeeze, release. We should do two more. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Oh, and then you get to take that circle out. All right, next up, I want you to lasso your right foot with your magic circle, and then your left leg's just going to be bent here on the mat. And so what I want is, could we pick our leg up, and your circle might turn into a little bit of an oval. You can push away through your leg and anchor your shoulder blades, but have a bent knee for me. And then I want us to practice a little roll back. So I want us to do a little pelvic tuck and curl down and see if we could go like just to our sacrum, that little bony plate in the back of our hips, just there, and then come back up. And on your next one, I want you to see if you can roll your back into the mat and get to the place where your rib cage starts to touch the mat, like the very bottom few ribs start to connect, and then push that roller away and come back. Next one, I want you to go mid, I'm going to call it mid back. Maybe it's bra line for us ladies, right, as you're coming down, and then come back. And then let's do one more and see if you can keep kind of that lifted C shape in your back, but maybe get almost to your tips of shoulder blades, and then bring that shape back. Okay, let's practice that on the other side. Left foot gets to be lassoed by your magic circle. Right leg is just anchored, a little bent on the mat. I have a bend in my knee, shoulders are anchored. I'm kind of pushing with my foot into there, and I'm going to do that pelvic tuck, and I'm just going to roll down and kind of get my sacrum anchored, and then I'm going to push my foot into my circle, rock my whole shape up. Next one, I'm going to go to that spot where my first few ribs start to connect, so I really roll through my low back, and then come back up. All right, next one is mid-back or bra line area as you roll down, and then push into the circle to come up. And then last one, maybe kind of as far as you can in that C shape. So you might get to tips of shoulder blades. I can just barely get to mine. And then press, and then bring it back up. Yeah, good. Okay, now let's put both feet in there. We're just going to hold our circle. I kind of have mine in the center. You could have your hands out here a little bit too, but I want you to be able to push away with your feet, anchor your shoulders, kind of feel this almost little tug of war here. And then let's do a little rolling. Let's inhale, roll back, exhale to come forward. Remember all those spots we were rolling through? Try to do it while you do your rolling like a ball. Try to kind of hold your back in that rounded shape and feel it curl into the mat. Inhale, big breath as you roll back. Exhale as you're curling forward. Inhale to roll back. And exhale to come back up. Good. Okay, next up, we're going to take our circle. We're going to put it kind of behind our backs of legs and our heels. So I got my heels on the front pads, and then the other ones are just kind of hitting my leg. And then I'm going to squeeze in. So some options here. You can hang on to your shins like this, or another option is nice to kind of hold this circle. Just being here should feel like a ton of work. All right, we're going to see if we can do some hamstring curls here. Lifted C shape. We're going to squeeze 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to try a roll. Inhale and exhale to come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little squeezes, and then we're going to rock back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rock and back up. We should do one more of those. 1, 2, 3. Really squeeze that circle. 4, 5. Rock and come back up into that balance. Good. Okay, let's do one more. Let's stick our legs in between, in the middle, I guess, of our magic circle, and then come, wherever this is somewhat comfortable. It's out on those outer thighs, outer legs, feet together, knees apart. Lift your legs up and see if you can find that lifted C curve. Now, options. You could have your hands here behind your thighs. You could have them out here on your shins. That might be my favorite. I feel like I can pull them apart a little bit. While we're balanced here, can we press outward? I want you to feel your outer thighs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make an oval out of that circle and then hold it as you rock back and forth. And then we go out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do a rock. Big breath, inhale, exhale to come back up, and then press. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go to rock. Back and forth. Out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then go ahead and take that magic circle out. Let's finish our workout today with just a little regular rolling like a ball. Your favorite variation, if you like your hands back behind your thighs, a little more open. If you want to try that tighter lifted curl in, let's shoot for 4. Inhale to rock back. Exhale to rock forward. Big, gigantic breath as you roll back and forth through your spine, feeling it curl into the mat. Last one, best one. Big inhale. Exhale to come back up. And then set those feet down. Thanks for joining me today for some rolling like a ball fun. I hope to see you back for some more Magic Circle March Madness fun this month.